Welcome back to Your Finance Lab. Your 20s and 30s are some of the most crucial years for laying the foundation of your financial future. You're starting your career, maybe thinking about buying a home and hopefully setting yourself up for long-term success. Now, while there's plenty of time to grow your wealth, the decisions you make now can have a lasting impact on your financial stability down the road. Think of it like building a house. You need a strong foundation to support everything that comes after. In today's video, we're uncovering 10 common financial mistakes people make in their 20s and 30s, and more importantly, how to avoid them. We're talking about things like racking up credit card debt, putting off investing, and not having a solid budget. These are mistakes I see people making all the time, and trust me, I've made a few myself. But the good news is, they're completely avoidable. Stick around for a bonus mistake at the end that even seasoned professionals fall into. Let's dive in. All right, let's talk about budgeting. I know, it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me, ignoring your budget is like driving with your eyes closed. You might be fine for a little bit, but eventually you're going to crash. When you don't track your income and expenses, it's shockingly easy to overspend without even realizing it. That daily latte, those impulse Amazon purchases, they all add up. And before you know it, you're wondering where all your money went. A budget gives you a clear picture of your cash flow, showing you exactly how much money is coming in and where it's going out. It's about taking control of your finances, making conscious spending choices, and ensuring you're allocating your money towards the things that truly matter to you. Think of your budget as your financial roadmap. It helps you set financial goals, whether it's buying a house, investing in your future, or simply getting out of debt. Without that roadmap, it's easy to get lost along the way. Now, creating a budget doesn't have to be complicated. There are tons of apps and tools out there that make it easier than ever. You can use Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, or even just a simple spreadsheet. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick with it. Track your income, track your expenses, and categorize everything. You might be surprised by what you find. Remember, a budget isn't about restricting yourself. It's about empowering yourself to make smart financial decisions that align with your goals. It's about having the financial freedom to live the life you want. Let's talk about investing, one of the most powerful tools you have for building wealth over time. Now, I hear this all the time from people in their 20s and 30s. I'll start investing when I have more money. But here's the thing. Time is your greatest asset when it comes to investing. Compound interest is a beautiful thing. It's basically interest earned on interest. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Even small contributions can snowball into significant wealth over the long term. Delaying investing means missing out on years, even decades of potential growth. Imagine two people. One starts investing $100 a month at age 25, while the other waits until they're 35. Assuming a 7% annual return, the person who started earlier would have significantly more money by retirement, even if they contributed the same amount overall. I know investing can seem intimidating, especially if you're new to it, but there are so many resources available to help you get started. You don't need to be a financial expert to start investing. Begin by educating yourself. There are tons of books, websites, and even YouTube channels, wink wink, dedicated to making investing accessible for everyone. Learn about different investment options like index funds, ETFs, and target date funds, which are great for beginners. Start small if you need to. Even investing a small amount each month is better than nothing at all. The key is to be consistent and take advantage of the power of compound growth. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Don't let fear or procrastination hold you back from building a brighter financial future. Credit cards. They're shiny, convenient, and make it feel like you've got infinite money. I get it. I used to be a broke college student too, living off ramen noodles. But relying too much on credit cards is like playing with fire. You might get a temporary thrill, but eventually you'll get burned. The problem is, most people don't treat credit cards like real money. They rack up balances on things they don't need, and then those minimum payments start adding up. Before you know it, you're drowning in interest payments, and that dream car or house keeps getting further and further away. Trust me, I've been there, and it's not a fun place to be. Remember that $10 latte you charged to your card? Well, with high interest rates, it could end up costing you double by the time you actually pay it off. That's money you could be investing, saving for a down payment, or even just using to enjoy life without the stress of debt hanging over your head. So what's the solution? Simple. Use credit cards responsibly. Think of them as tools, not crutches. Use them for emergencies, to build your credit score, and for strategic rewards points, but always pay your balance in full and on time. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Graham, I'm already stuck in credit card debt. What can I do? Don't worry, I've got you covered. The first step is acknowledging the problem and committing to change. You got this. Start by creating a budget and tracking your expenses. Figure out where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. That might mean cooking at home more often, finding cheaper entertainment options, or saying no to that tempting online sale. Remember, every dollar you save is a dollar you can use to pay down your debt faster. Next, prioritize paying down your high-interest debt first. This is the debt that's costing you the most money in the long run. Consider strategies like the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off the smallest balance first to gain momentum, or the debt avalanche method, where you tackle the highest interest debt first to save the most money. And here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to negotiate with your credit card companies. Call them up and ask for a lower interest rate, or consider consolidating your debt with a lower interest personal loan. You'd be surprised how often they're willing to work with you. Remember, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Life is full of surprises. Your car could break down, you could lose your job, or your basement could flood. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. Save 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Start small, be consistent, and use a high-yield savings account. The peace of mind is worth it. All right, let's talk about retirement. I know, it seems like a lifetime away, especially when you're in your 20s and 30s. You're focused on building your career, paying off student loans, and maybe even starting a family. Retirement? That's a problem for future you, right? Wrong. The earlier you start saving for retirement, the better off you'll be. It's all thanks to the magic of compound interest. Compound interest is like a snowball effect. The earlier you start rolling that snowball, the bigger it gets over time. Think of it this way. A small amount of money invested in your 20s can grow exponentially by the time you retire. Delaying saving for retirement even by a few years can cost you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in the long run. You don't want to be that person who's struggling to make ends meet in their golden years, do you? Of course not. So let's make sure you're on track for a comfortable and enjoyable retirement. The good news is, starting to save for retirement is easier than you might think. If your employer offers a 401k plan, take advantage of it, especially if they offer any kind of matching contribution. That's free money, people. It's like getting a raise, but instead of spending it, you're investing it in your future. If you're self-employed or your employer doesn't offer a retirement plan, don't worry, you have options. Look into opening an individual retirement account, IRA. There are 2 main types, traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs. Each has its own advantages, so do your research and choose the one that's right for you. The key is to start somewhere, anywhere. Even if you can only contribute a small amount each month, it's better than nothing. As your income grows, increase your contributions. Remember, the name of the game is consistency. Retirement planning might not be the most exciting topic, but it's crucial for your financial well-being. So don't wait, start planning for your future today. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation. You get a promotion, make more money, and upgrade everything from a used Toyota to a new BMW, a studio apartment to a fancy condo, and $5 coffees to $10 avocado toast. It's easy to fall into this trap, but lifestyle inflation can kill your financial goals. You're making more, but also spending more, which means you're not building wealth. It's like running on a treadmill. Live below your means. Be smart with your money. Do you need that expensive car or fancy apartment, or are you keeping up with the Joneses? True wealth is financial freedom. Make conscious spending choices. Think twice before upgrading your lifestyle. Invest in your future. Every dollar saved is a worker bee, earning you more money. The more worker bees, the faster your wealth grows. Start building your colony early. That's the power of compound interest. Enjoy your life, but be mindful. Avoid unnecessary lifestyle inflation. Free up money to invest. Build a solid financial foundation. Find a balance. Treat yourself occasionally, but don't derail your financial goals. Warren Buffett said, "If you buy things you don't need, soon you'll sell things you do." Be smart, be strategic, and build financial freedom. let's talk about something a lot of people find intimidating. Financial education. Many young adults shy away from it because they think it's boring, complicated, or just plain scary. But I'm here to tell you, understanding personal finance is crucial for making informed decisions about your money. It's like learning to drive. Sure, you could avoid it and rely on others to get you around, but wouldn't you rather be in the driver's seat of your own financial journey? Knowing how to manage your money, invest wisely, and plan for the future gives you control and empowers you to achieve your goals. Think about it. Would you go into a business meeting unprepared? Or try to cook a gourmet meal without a recipe? Probably not. So why treat your finances any differently? Financial literacy is the key to confidence and success in managing your money. The good news is, getting started is easier than you think. There are countless resources available today, from books and podcasts to websites and YouTube channels like this one, dedicated to simplifying personal finance. Take it one step at a time, ask questions, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn and grow. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the world of finance, that power translates into financial freedom and security. You don't need to become a financial expert overnight. Start by learning the basics: budgeting, saving, investing, understanding debt, and building credit. Once you have a solid foundation, you can gradually expand your knowledge and explore more advanced financial strategies. The more you learn about personal finance, the more confident you'll become in making informed decisions about your money. You'll be able to spot red flags, avoid common financial pitfalls, and make your money work harder for you. So ditch the fear and embrace financial education. It's an investment that will pay off dividends for years to come. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Let's talk about something that's often misunderstood but incredibly important: your credit score. Think of it as your financial GPA, a 3-digit number that tells lenders how responsible you are with borrowing and repaying money. A good credit score can save you thousands of dollars in interest over your lifetime. It opens doors to lower interest rates on mortgages, car loans, and even credit cards. On the other hand, a poor credit score can make it harder to qualify for loans, rent an apartment, or even secure certain jobs. Here's why it matters. Lenders use your credit score to assess the risk of lending you money. A higher score tells them you're more likely to repay your debts on time, making you a less risky borrower. And who doesn't love a less risky investment? The good news is, building and maintaining a good credit score is entirely within your control. It all comes down to practicing responsible financial habits. So, how do you build a strong credit history? Start by paying your bills on time, every time. That includes your credit card bills, utilities, student loans, everything. Set up automatic payments or reminders to avoid late fees and negative marks on your credit report. Next, keep your credit card balances low. Ideally, you want to pay off your balance in full each month. If you do carry a balance, aim to keep it below 30% of your available credit limit. This is known as your credit utilization ratio, and it's a major factor in determining your credit score. Another important tip: don't open too many credit accounts at once. Each time you apply for credit, it triggers a hard inquiry on your credit report, which can temporarily lower your score. Remember, building good credit takes time and effort, but it's one of the smartest financial moves you can make. It's an investment in your financial future, opening doors to better rates, greater financial freedom, and peace of mind. Don't underestimate the power of a strong credit score. All right, imagine this. You're driving without a destination in mind. You might enjoy the ride for a bit, but you'll eventually end up lost and frustrated. That's exactly what happens with your finances when you don't set clear goals. Without a financial destination, it's easy to fall into the trap of just working, earning, and spending without a real sense of purpose. You might find yourself asking, where did all my money go at the end of the month? It's like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You might end up with something that kind of resembles a house, but it won't be what you truly envisioned, and it might not even be structurally sound. Having clear financial goals acts as your financial GPS, guiding your decisions and keeping you on track to reach your desired destination. Whether it's buying a house, retiring early, or traveling the world, your goals provide the motivation and direction you need. Now, when it comes to setting financial goals, we're not talking about vague aspirations like being rich. We're talking about SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, I want to save more money, a SMART goal would be, I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a rental property in the next 2 years. See the difference? When you break down your goals into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes less overwhelming and more manageable. It's like climbing a mountain. You focus on reaching the next base camp instead of staring at the daunting peak. Remember, your goals are personal to you. What motivates one person might not motivate another. So take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you and set goals that align with your values and aspirations. We all like to think that nothing bad will ever happen to us, right? But let's face it, life is unpredictable, and unexpected events can and do happen. That's where insurance comes in. Think of insurance as a financial safety net. It's there to protect you from the financial fallout of unexpected events like a car accident, a health issue, or even a natural disaster. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Insurance is just another expense. And you're not entirely wrong, but here's the thing. Not having insurance can end up costing you way more in the long run. Imagine this. You decide to skip health insurance to save a few $100s a month. Then, you get into an accident and end up with a hospital bill that's larger than your mortgage. Suddenly, that expensive insurance doesn't seem so bad, does it? The truth is, insurance is about protecting the things you've worked hard for. It's about ensuring that one unexpected event doesn't derail your entire financial plan. There are different types of insurance for different aspects of your life. Health insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance, and disability insurance are just a few examples. Now, I'm not saying you need every single type of insurance out there. It's all about assessing your individual risks and needs. For example, if you're young and healthy, you might not need life insurance just yet. The important thing is to do your research, understand the different types of coverage available, and make informed decisions that align with your overall financial plan. Because when it comes to protecting your financial future, insurance is not something you want to skimp on. Your 20s and 30s are full of opportunities to set yourself up for long-term financial success. By avoiding these common mistakes and applying the strategies we've discussed, you can build a strong foundation and achieve your financial goals. Remember, personal finance is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making consistent, informed decisions that move you closer to your goals. And hey, it's never too late to start making positive changes. Which mistake do you want to tackle first? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips from Your Finance Lab. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.